Alright, hit the button. That means I'm making a video. I believe that's... Oh, deer just leaped in front of the path there. It's quite picturesque. Too bad the camera was pointed at me. Because you would have maybe perhaps enjoyed it. I don't know. Leaping deers. I don't know. Really shouldn't do much for us when you think about it. But anyway, that's irrelevant. Sam Harris guy. Yeah, I meant to make this video a while back. He's that atheist guy. I kind of like him. But yeah, we do mimic a lot of the same rhetoric. And, we've gotten there from obviously different places. I'm not, it's like, I saw him the other day talking about religion. And he was kind of using my jargon that religion is really the first science. And it's just bad science. That's all. It's ill-informed. And, yeah, he didn't really put this part the same way I do. But, yeah, the big mistake was, it's just its unwillingness to evolve as a science. The dogma was too powerful. I guess it was too easy to deny the truth, of what the facts or where the facts were leading. And so the dogma was more powerful as a standard. But maybe that's the whole point, is that it started off as a science, and the science became a standard. And everybody wanted to live under that standard. They wanted to believe it was as they have described it. And change is always a bitch. So, but anyway, I guess I just wanted to clarify that I'm not, repeating him, and he's not repeating me. We just came to the same conclusion in parallel, so to speak. Anyway, but it is sort of an important thing to understand that, religion isn't a separate thing. It's a philosophy. And we just have to understand where it came from and what glues it into the current conversation. And the only glue it has is tradition. Religion only survives in an unfair competition. In a fair competition where, the parents are nothing, where people aren't brought up in it, religion's going to lose. It's going to be a tiny minority of people that are going to gravitate to religious belief once they understand certain biological and physical facts. Once they know the stars aren't just little sparkly pieces of glitter. But anyway, moving on. There was some other Sam Harris related thing. Oh yeah, he does this little thing. He wrote a book on it. I did watch his TED Talks, and anyway, on the subject of basically this idea of an objective morality, or an objective framework of ethics. And of course I like that idea, that we can logically deduce these things if we establish just perfectly rational premises wherein that we understand that sentient creatures are capable of experiencing enjoyable and unenjoyable experiences, and that it's good to have enjoyables and bad to have unenjoyables, and then you just kind of work out the math kind of thing, the equation. My disagreement with him and the way he phrases it is like Conference Report. He uses this word thrive. Thrive. And that's that's going to fail for me right away, because every human has a very different definition of thriving. They have a, certainly we can lump us into classes of human and groups, that generally fall into this category or this category of what it is we feed on. What is our definition of what we want? Some people want to live to be really old. Some people just want to have exciting experiences. They don't really care about how long they have them, just that they have them. Other people just want something in between. Enough years and a little bit of peace and quiet. But yeah, we're all kind of after a different thing. And so thriving doesn't really work, because the ethics are going to be completely distorted and broken. I mean, I wouldn't thrive in a multicultural city or something, because I find it irritating to the senses. I find it obnoxious to have to speak, broken languages to communicate. And yeah, I like things with a consistent habit and style and mannerism, where there's little chance of misinterpretation, of misunderstanding, because there isn't as much diversity. I'm not saying diversity should be outlawed. I'm not saying you abolish it. I'm just saying, for my personal preference, I don't thrive in chaos. I don't like noise. I don't like slop. Yeah, I just don't like it. I might live in it, but I don't like it. Yeah, so I'm not going to thrive if those parts of the thing are going to be embraced. And I guess that I'm just saying that this is where the whole thing gets really complicated, because, like I say, some people, they don't mind spending a few $100,000 on healthcare. It's for them a priority, and for me that's not a priority. Accepting death would be a much more efficient expenditure of resources and energy than trying to insanely resist it. And I guess that's just how you define the insane part. Yeah, take out an appendix, use penicillin. I mean, there's lots of goods in the medical system, but these extreme and extraordinary procedures, highly technical, dozens of surgeons, very complicated recoveries, there's just no cost to benefit analysis that will work on that kind of crap. And so I would argue that in that objective utilitarian ethical scheme, yes, it would be thriving for people who value sucking every drop out of life, but it would be detrimental and destructive to people who value quality over quantity, that kind of equation. So that's where this sort of breaks down, I guess, is what I'm conceding, is that until we establish or make the argument for a more concise, explicit definition of value, thrive just isn't going to work. So, I mean, I sort of argue that the bottom line is beyond perception or qualification. The absolute truth is, we might not like the idea of it, but a dog's orgasm might be just as meaningful as yours. That the pleasure itself, it doesn't really matter how you derive it. It just matters that you experience it. That's not so much the story of the soap opera, just that there is a story. It doesn't matter whether, the woman's, got D cup breasts or C cup breasts. I mean, people seem to argue over this minutia, and the life game is much more simple than that. So if you're going to really justify it, I guess what I'm sort of arguing, and I'm not arguing for this, of course, but the truth is that life is a simple game. It is tic-tac-toe. It is too simple for too much brain. And you're better off being stupid if you're going to live. And you're better off having humans that thrive in, feeding on simplistic entertainments. No need for the sophistication. I mean, it's a truth. All right, another interruption video. Yeah, I'm walking backwards just to make the interruption more interesting. I decided I would walk backwards. It's kind of an interesting thing to do. Just kind of watch life run away from you there. Oh no, it's getting further away. I can't reach it anymore. But because I have a brain, I know that's just an illusion and everything will be just fine when I turn around and walk in the proper direction. Yeah. So, I don't know if there's anything interesting here. Can you see anything over there? Huh? I don't know. Is there anything interesting over there? Oh, there's stream. Yeah, that's sort of interesting. Okay, well, anyway, so I think that's enough of an interruption. Phew. There. Yeah. Yeah, lovely day, sky and such, trees and such. Yeah. Yeah, alright. So, yeah, so, yeah, I mean, get back to what you were doing, video and such. And I will continue what I'm doing and whatnot. Feeding on simplistic entertainments. No need for the sophistication. I mean, it's a truth, you know. I mean, you go to some fancy, elegant ballroom dance or something, or you could go to a dirty, smoky pool room bar, and then you could take a survey and see who's laughing more or who's more comfortable, more relaxed. If you did that statistically or something, you'd probably find out that, you know, the people spending 50 cents per laughy moment versus the other people spending $10 per laughy moment. And yes, by some sophisticated sensibilities, the one kind of pleasure is higher. But is it really? I mean, if somebody's entertained musically by a Jack in the Box, yeah, what's the difference than somebody who's listening to the raw nuances of what chords are being played on the accompanying piano to the orchestra, you know, and whether the violins are a pure B flat or a C unflat. I mean, you know, what good is it to have high-minded taste and sophistication when the bottom line is happy is happy, miserable is miserable? And if you're going to be miserable because you feel the pee under your mattress, it doesn't, and pee and mattress don't really go together. But you get, you know, this old story about the picky queen or something. But anyway, yeah, I mean, the higher sensibilities are really just extravagant waste. I mean, I'd personally like to think it mattered, but that's only because I'm going to defend my sensibilities, not because I can really defend it rationally. Yeah, game of croquet is, you know, played by 7-year-olds is probably just as meaningful as the British Open in terms of what's taking place among the players. So I guess the argument would be, if you're going to do this stupid life thing, keep it simple, stupid. You know, keep everything motivated for little straight lines. What the fuck happened here? I don't know. Spooky, spooky. Something wet its pants really bad. Holy shit. What the hell is this? I don't get it. It's not natural. God done it. This is weird. Yes, it is, Gary. Very weird. Ah, the field is doing it. How is the field doing it? There's a big giant cow in the field. Like a big giant piss. What the fuck? They watered the trees, maybe? No, couldn't be. Whoa! Almost died, but I didn't. I wonder what the hell's going on. Their property is leaking. Well, not my problem. At least not yet. I'll be called in later as a consultant. That's what I do. I consult. Yeah. You appear to have leaky ground disease. Yes, you need some antibiotics. Look, it's a regular stream. I mean, it's flowing. So something broke. Pipe or something. Maybe the tree ate it. Maybe the tree is taking a big pee. Yeah, it's got to be a pipe there somewhere. I have to figure that one out. Anyway, sorry, interruption. Happens. So where was I? Yeah, simple. So yeah, But then you can really see how stupid it is. I mean, who wants to create a whole human race of, 70 IQ balloon chasers? I mean, yeah, they'll be happy, generally speaking. They won't have a long-term memory, let's just say. So they'll be easy to please in the sense that you can hurt them, and you can hurt them really bad, but 10 minutes later they'll be over it. Because they won't have a mind that exists in more than one place at a time. They'll just be in the moment and live for what's in front of them, whatever it is they're chasing in front of them. They're getting a little blue star. I mean, you can feed a retard really cheap. You just come up with anything. You say, does the little retard want a little rock? Look, here's a little rock. You want the little rock? Yeah. I mean, it really is that bad. I mean, you can make them want anything by just pretending you want it. It's a sad truth. So anyway, so when you look at it that way, you just say, oh, yeah, that is fail. And you sort of have to look at the human race, even at this level of intelligence, I mean, by a higher standard, or at least by my standard, we sort of look like monkeys fucking a football. I mean, we are, the human race looks pretty dumb. Really dumb wars, dumb sports, dumb entertainments, American Idol. Oh, come on. I mean, we are insipid. And, you can just imagine somebody with more elegant taste, a more elegant ballroom, a fancier, purer mattress sleeper would find us just too disgusting for words. Who wants to be, little pigs on the prairie or something? I mean, if that was the fable, it's, fuck it. I don't want to be one of the 3 little pigs. Fuck that shit. So anyway, but that's what it comes down to. You can't, utilitarian, unitarian, completitarian, netitarian, value equation just can't be run away from. We are all consciousnesses. We all create plus and minus value. You just can't. If you're not gonna do the math on the whole page, do all the numbers in the equation, then you're not doing the math. If all you're doing is figuring out how it affects you, you are just such a waste. You're doing nothing. Your brain might as well be a pig's brain. It might as well be nothing. It might as well be a foot, because your brain is of no use. It has no functionality. You either do all the math or you do none of the math. You can't just do half the equation. And ignoring the utilitarian reality of our circumstance, ignoring the fact that I'm conscious, you're conscious, everything's conscious, blah, 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 and it all has to be accounted for. Yeah, that's the way it is. The future, the past, it's all part of it. And if you're going to pretend it isn't, you might as well just drink some lead paint. So anyway, until next time. Getting hot. Which, it's pretty good. I like hot.